go live, I mean, I am live, but before we start recording for the first video, okay, before we record the first video, there's a few things I wanted to talk about pretty briefly. Okay, so here's our boy, More Pegasus. I just wanted to mention this because it's important. So Mr. More Pegasus posted on his community page. So I talked to MrBeast behind the scenes in a couple of calls. We had a real genuine conversation about everything. Jimmy admits he did a lot wrong, but he also wants to clarify a lot of the misinformation lies about him. We had a call off the record. We agreed not to record, where he had a few responses that cleared up some confusion and helped his case partly. We set up a part to interview on the channel today. I asked him every single allegation and prepared questions for the last 2 days. He seemed excited to finally get his perspective out there, but literally last minute before the recorded interview, his team canceled. And they said they wanted to do an in-person interview rather than an online one. Spoilers, I don't live in America, we can't do that. I personally don't think it makes a difference at all, and you guys wouldn't mind having an online interview. We just want to respond. He then apologized to me for wasting my time. Yeah, that's what happened the past few days. Anyways, if he changes his mind, I'm still down. You can expect a fair interview with the hard-hitting questions. I'll keep it real and do not bend for bigger YouTubers. It means nothing to me. I still think it's the best to do on this channel specifically, and he'd convince the most people here, as it's been the forefront of the drama, but it's his decision in the end. I guess I might just cover the interview when it drops on some other channel. He hasn't decided where yet. Spoilers! That may not be true. Whatever, I have stuff to say. But as for the Soggy Cereal videos, some things were right, some things were wrong. Feel free to watch it, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Soggy Cereal made this very long, hour-and-a-half video defending the Beast. And not so much defending the Beast as much as calling out a lot of the slanderous claims against him. Now, there is something funky. Well, let me just pull up Pyro Live, all right? So Mr. Pyro Cynical himself, a couple of days ago, situation, and something happened here, all right, where
now called The Real Truth About MrBeast, but when it first came out, as you can see from the thumbnail, it's very inspired by
I want to show you something here real quick.
Later come out, like DMs get leaked, because at the end of the day, everything gets leaked, everything gets exposed. DM from MrBeast, you know, talked about it to a huge extent, but strangely enough, a couple days ago, when I was doing a meet and greet in Germany, where I met some of you amazing people, I got such amazing gifts there, like this handmade plushie, and then this fan art that someone drew, Holy Based. But strangely enough, when I was over there, I got a DM from MrBeast. Now, to receive a DM from MrBeast could be the most controversial thing to ever happen at the minute, considering, again, all the allegations against him and the company. Now, even though he's in a lot of hot water at the minute, I still wanted to, like, respect the privacy of the DM, so I did ask him beforehand. I said, hey, can I show this like on a stream or in a video? And he basically said, I'd prefer if you didn't, but if you felt like it was necessary, then sure, go for it. So you can see the actual DM here. He's saying there's been a lot of disinformation around me these past few months, and I feel like Soggy did a good job hitting a lot of it with facts. Would love if you covered it. Heart emoji. Didn't know you.
So it turned out MrBeast has been reaching out to commentary YouTubers to ask them to cover Soggy Cereal's video where Soggy Cereal defended MrBeast. So Soggy Cereal made a little thread on Twitter saying, hi everyone, there are some things that have come to my attention that I find concerning. The one I personally feel most disgusted by being MrBeast DMing my video to creators instead of taking accountability for the very serious allegations he still needs to clear up. So he confirmed he's done illegal things, blah, blah, blah. If he can DM my video to other people, because it's not baseless slander, he could DM CoffeeZilla's video to other people, because it's also not baseless slander. He also commented on Soggy Cereal's video, saying, finally a video that doesn't spread baseless slander about me. But interestingly enough, he didn't comment that on CoffeeZilla's video. He added lol to his comment to show a disregard for the gravity of the accusations he still has to respond to. I'm not just disappointed in the recurring pattern of Jimmy not taking accountability, not just the bad funds, but that is happening again now. I also feel used, since it seems like he's using my video, which I created to inform people of Dogpack's untrustworthy nature, as well as hold MrBeast accountable for shit, and he's using that as a shield. Anyway, to see my video he commented on and DM'd to other creators by him to potentially build that shield back up makes me feel disgusted and used. So I also was reached out to by MrBeast. I had a long conversation with him. Of course, I don't leak. I gave him some advice. in regards to how to proceed with the situation, how I think it would be best for him to approach it, and he's taking my advice, which is a big W. Anyway, I don't want to spoil. I don't want to drop real life spoilers. I'm not pre-watching reality here, but I am really glad that it seems like he's taking my advice. But he also did tell me about the soggy cereal video, which I already was reacting to anyway. But he did tell me about that too. Mostly, I think it's important that on the one hand, what was your advice? I'll tell you in time. I don't want to tell you now because that's technically leaking the reality of the future. And I'll tell you my advice after it happens. But anyway, so I spoke to the Beast, and when I was talking to the Beast, I told him, listen, you're giving me a lot of good context for stuff, but you can't just expect commentary people to cover your ass when you need to deny or admit to some of the actual true shit. So I do think it's important to recognize that a lot of the allegations are fake so that he could focus on actually addressing the real ones. But simultaneously, I don't think he could just use the commentary community as a shield either, which is why I told him to address it publicly himself, and he's going to. The avenue of him doing so seems very much like he is going to be following my advice, which is very cool. He needs to make a 3-hour video. Well, that's a good opinion, chat, but my opinion was better. And we shall see. Listen, what can I say? I just... If there's anyone in like a huge controversy drama, feel free to reach out. I will not leak anything. And I will do my best, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. Ultimately, we all want the truth to come out. It is a little bit interesting that he's reaching out to content creators, but I get that he's doing it that way. All in all, it's going to be Pog. I might doubt he'll do any of that. Well, we'll see. I guarantee you I know more than you do, chat. But, yeah, no, I think my advice was good, and I think he knows that, and I think he's going to take it. And by that, I mean, he's definitely taking it. So...